Hi there, good evening and welcome along to the Online Darts Live League here on Sporty Stuff TV. I'm Chris Murphy, talking you through this finals night which features 6 of the top slingers in town, and we're going to see how they got to this finals night stage before we get the action started. We've had 3 groups played across the last few days this week, starting with Group A, which was played from Monday through until Wednesday, and Group A was won by Graham Hall. He topped the table by an enormous amount. I think that's the wrong table there. There was 15 matches played in Group A. That's the middle table, but Graham Hall ended up winning it by 12 points in total from his next rivals and progressed straight through to finals night. In Group Oh, there we see. There is the final table. And he won with 26 points, losing just 2 matches. Scott Williams and Gian van Veen finishing second and third. They dropped into Group B. Owen Roelofs, Danny van Trijp and Arjan Konterman all played in Group C. We're actually going to see 5 of those 6 in action this evening, because as you can see in Group B, the players that qualified from that group were indeed Scott Williams and Gian van Veen, the men who finished second and third in Group A. Ryan Furness also made it through in third place, but missing out Pete Burgoyne and Sean Griffiths, who failed to win a single match at the Live League this week. Group C, the top 2 from that group got through as well. The winner of Group C was Arjan Konterman, who managed to win every game yesterday. And Danny van Trijp finished in second place, having won every single game on Thursday. Van Trijp also hit a 9-dart finish, a 9th we've seen at the Live League. Owen Roelofs just missing out. David Wazowski, Darren Johnson and Josh Richardson all in action this week as well. But it is time for the Super 6, the final 6, and Graham Hall, the man who dominated Group A against the 9-dart hero Danny van Trijp. That is the first match of the evening. Tonight, the groups are split into a couple of groups, as you've been seeing on your screen before the action started in the fixtures. And this pair are in Group 1, along with Gian van Veen. Danny van Trijp, the Dutchman, winner of a Challenge Tour event, hit his first ever 9-darter. Great reaction from Danny when he hit that perfect leg. But G-Man, well, it was G-Whiz for Graham Hall. Superb run of days. He actually comes in to finals night on a 10-match winning streak. He won every game he played on Tuesday, every game he played on Wednesday. He's had the last couple of days off to get ready for this grand finale. Scott Williams also coming in on a 10-match winning streak. He's in Group 2 along with Ryan Furness and Arjan Konterman. So the players just completing their practice darts before we get this first match of the evening underway. The top 2 from each of those groups I just mentioned will progress straight through to the semi-finals. The winner of Group 1 takes on the runner-up in Group 2 and vice versa. Then there's a third place playoff and the final where we will crown our weekly winner and hand them that lucrative weekly winner's cheque.
First leg, it's Graham to throw first. Game on.
We welcome a welcome addition to the Live League team as well tonight. You may have noticed a difference in the tone from the man with the microphone. No, not this one.
66.
The one calling out the scores, unless Owen Binks had a rough night last night. I'm joking.
40.
Mr. Nick Rolls, one of the most experienced referees in the game. Great to have him here. But for Graham Hall,
180.
this is how he rolls. Firing in another maximum.
140.
Having hit 25 across the 3 days that he played
96.
in Group A. That's 25 in 15 matches. Danny Van Trijp's played 25 matches.
137.
That's it, 31 180s. The biggest 180 hitter in the group is, well, actually was Owen Roelofs, who ended up on 37 from his 25 matches. But Hall hits more 180s per leg
119
than any other player. And that's an excellent use of that treble 13 there to leave tops. And that is a well-timed maximum from his opponent to just try and apply the pressure. A wire bender from the G-man. Well, surely he can't miss with those guides.
Short on the first
but he does find the double with the last dart in hand, and it is advantage Graham Hall in this opening match of the evening.
Second leg, it's Danny to throw first.
Well, the pair of them sharing a little jovial moment.
$60.
Of course, did play each other in Group A earlier in the week. Danny Van Trijp actually did beat Hall in their first meeting on Monday, a 4-2 success for the Dutch darter then. But Hall got his revenge, 4-3 on Tuesday and 4-1 on Wednesday, as he won both of his matches
100
against the Dutchman, and all of his matches across those 2 days. Has been a week of Dutch delights, though, at the Live League. 4 players in the 12 and 3 progressing to finals night, making up half the field this evening. But the favourite with the odds compilers is Scott Williams. I can understand that.
140.
Certainly Scott was in fine form over the last couple of nights, and of course recently won a PDC Pro Tour title. But I think Graham Hall has got as good a chance as Scott Williams based on what we've seen this week. Don't forget, Hall convincingly won
60.
a group that Williams was in.
$139.
Van Trijp poised to level after a couple of legs here, 62, but he'll be under some duress here. Hall trying to hunt down the treble 19.
177.
He's done exactly what Danny Van Trijp did to him
62.
in the previous leg with that 177. And it will be just one dart at tops for Van Trijp, and it's over the top, but it's a huge opportunity carved out with that 3 treble visit to set up this double top. Double 12 rather. Double 6 now. And he ends up on double 3.
21.
3 brilliant darts to set up.
Danny, you require 40.
A break chance, and then 3 darts missed at double to see it go begging.
20.
Danny Van Trijp in turn has missed 3 more. And now it's all about 3.
Game short and the second leg.
And it's looking like it's going to be free and easy, this match for Graham Hall. A look to the heavens for Van Trijp. But it's Hall who will be leading 3-0 if he can hold.
First. Game on.
Fantastic week we've had here at the Live League. Those of you who've tuned in from Monday will know that we had a record levelling day when the Group A players, including this pair, amassed a maximum haul of 47,
85.
a joint record for the most maximums hit by a single group in a day. We then saw Danny Van Trijp produce that glorious 9-dart finish, the 9th 9-dart finish we've had at the Online Darts Live League. And by the way, Scott Williams later that day missed double 18 to add the 10th. Could have been 2 in the same day. But this man has been the standout star for me. He's hit a maximum score in each leg in this match. 2 180s and a 177.
43. Graham, you require 81.
And he's looking for an 11 darter to increase his lead to 3-0. Won't be going out in this visit. In fact, his group winning average
41
in Group A, 94.64, the third highest overall average in a group.
180. Graham, you require 40.
The big hitting, a big part of Danny Van Trijp's game, but he
Game
can't ruffle
shot and the
the
third
feathers
leg.
of Graham Hall, who eases into a 3-leg lead and is one away from a perfect start to finals night.
Fourth leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on.
After this, we will get the Group 2 action underway.
95.
Scott Williams against Ryan Furness is the opening encounter. They'll toe the hockey at 20 past 10.
140.
Returns to try and keep his hopes alive, seemingly, against his fellow Netherlands native
97.
Gian van Veen.
$140. 39. 81. 100. Graham, you require 140.
Well, if Danny Van Trijp is going to get a leg in this match, he might have to do it in the most sensational fashion. And leg difference
95.
can be the difference in these
Danny, you
short
require 170.
format matches in 3-player groups at the Live League.
59. Graham, you require
4-0 win
45.
in your opening match effectively puts you through.
Game.
And Graham
shot,
Hall is
and the match.
as good
Graham Hall.
as through as he wipes the floor with Danny Van Trijp in the opening match of the evening, an average just short of 102. He also had a 177 to go with those two 180s. That maximum tally matched by Danny Van Trijp, but the two 180s he hit were in vain as Hall went out in each of those legs. 4 missed darts at double for the Dutchman that he may come back to rue, but they were all in one leg anyway. It was a dominant performance from Graham Hall, and he is as good as through already. Van Trijp has work to do when he returns in a couple of games' time. We'll be back with the second match of the evening, the first in Group 2, in around 4 minutes when Scott Williams faces Ryan Finesse. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Well, we've just seen one man who came into this finals night on a 10-match winning streak, increase that to 11, and another player can do the same thing here. That's Scott Williams, who faces Ryan Finesse. This is the opening match in Group 2. And this pair played yesterday. Williams winning 4-1 in their Group B match, but the only leg that was won by Ryan was a 10-darter, which he completed on the bullseye. That's more of a Williams ploy of peacockery and showmanship. But Finesse produced that fabulous leg, the Salisbury slinger, 28 years of age. However, it's a tough task to take on Scott Williams, who...
First leg, it's Scott to throw
as I
first. Game on.
has won his last 10 matches every single game in Group B.
60.
And we do get the sense, or I certainly do, that perhaps tonight's live league
59.
Darting Destiny is a collision course in the final between Graham Hall and this man.
139.
If they are to get there, they'll be on 13 match winning streaks potentially each ahead of that final.
140.
Williams played also in Group A. 23 matches he's played this week, won 15 of them. Hit 35 180s.
57.
A high average of 111.33, the highest that anybody hit this week. And also, only one of two players to be coming into finals night with an average of higher than
55.
90. Of course, the other one is Hall. But Ryan Furness not far behind him in that department. 88.72 is weekly average. His best leg a 10-darter, that one that hit on the bullseye. Won precisely half of the 8 matches that he played in Group B.
140. 126. Ryan, you require 107.
Excellent setup shot there from Scott Williams using his favourite 18 segments. But double top is a segment that Finesse is trying to find. It's a segment he fails to find. Way, way too high.
$27.
But isn't made to pay.
Ryan, you require 40.
And he sneaks that one in the corner to get an immediate break of throw, and a sense that a shock may be on the cards here. The favourite to win finals night loses his throw in the very first leg of his evening.
Second leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Early, but I was saying that perhaps Graham Hall might be better value.
100.
He sent a warning
96.
shot out with that 4-0 victory.
$140.
I know our referee for the night, Nick Rolls, is a big Manchester United fan. He'll be sick of 4-0 scorelines already today.
43.
Well, there might be a few more of them coming up. Williams beat Finesse 4-1 on both
42.
Thursday and Friday when they met in Group B. In fact, he's won his last 4 meetings against this particular opponent. But Finesse has won twice
97.
against Shaggy at the Live League, though not a win under his belt this year against the man who has gone on and won a
99.
a Pro Tour title. But he's in a good spot here. 120 after a dozen darts to hold his throw in leg 2. Williams needs the treble just to leave any
57.
kind of finish, and he's
Ryan, you require 120.
not managed to do that.
60.
Cuts his score in half. Did win his week the last time he was here at the Live League, Ryan Furness. Williams is not happy with how he's throwing. 23 off that. Has to
68.
move to a different segment.
Ryan, you require 60.
To ensure he leaves the finish. But it's double top to double his lead.
Game shot.
And in it goes for Ryan Finesse, and Scott Williams is under a little bit of pressure here, and he's in a spot of bother.
Third leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
It's been red hot Scott for the last couple of nights at the Live League, but this is an uncharacteristically slow start. It seems that he's been caught cold. And never mind Ryan Finesse, it's more like Ryan Furness.
60.
Turning up the heat.
134.
On Scott Williams, who is going to have to dig himself out of a hole here.
94. 97.
Following this, it's going to be Danny van Trijp against Gian van Veen.
Scott, you require 170.
As we go back to Group 1, but this opening game in Group 2 is very, very intriguing. Well, that's brilliant.
120.
The real Scott Williams has arrived now, and I wouldn't put it past him to go for the bullseye when he comes back, having just hit it twice, and against a man who took out 50 on the bull
120
against him yesterday.
Scott, you require 50.
Decided against it. He's not quite in 100% Scott Williams showmanship mode just
Ryan,
yet.
You require 144.
He'll get there, don't worry. Finesse won't get this. So Williams returns, having
100.
already missed
Scott,
5 darts at double in this game.
Game shot.
Well, it would have been time to really worry if Williams had wobbled again there. But the last dart located the double 4 target, and Scott halves the deficit in the match. Finesse leads 2-1 and has the darts to restore that 2-leg buffer. That's a great dart.
120.
Not sure it bounced out of the treble and off those darts. It might have been the treble 5 wire, if anything. Williams
180.
finally fires in a maximum. The first of this
93.
Group 2 starter, and it's not bad, is it, for an appetizer?
61. $60. $45.
Yeah, this is well timed.
125.
And his darts are sitting just that little bit nicer for him to follow tonight. The last couple of nights we've seen him having to switch an awful lot. They do
81.
lean over quite heavily to the right for Ryan Finesse, but the section of the treble he's been finding has allowed him to group them.
78. Scott, you require 134.
I think he's miscounted there.
94. Ryan, you require 25.
In doing so, had to waste a dart
21.
in getting to a double when he should have had
Scott,
3
you
at double.
require 40.
Had he gone for the right treble. Williams does have 3 at double. He's missed 2.
No
He's
score.
missed 3. He's missed 10 in this
Ryan,
match.
You require 4.
He tweeted the other night after missing that double 18 for a 9-darter.
Game shot.
Who
on
put
the
doubles
fourth
on the
leg.
dartboard?
Ryan Finesse.
And he's having some severe double trouble this evening. And Ryan Furness is the beneficiary of it. And he now leads this match 3-1.
Fifth leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
Williams' throw, but there you see his average so low. Mainly down to, well, 2 factors really, I think. No 140s in the game.
140.
Okay, forget that factor. The other one is that he's missed 10 darts at double.
93. 100. 98. 91.
140 here for Finesse would leave 170.
136. Scott, you require
136 doesn't leave a
170.
finish, and I think that was a little bit silly. Will Williams go for the bull? Stupid question.
145.
But in not doing so, he has to waste a dart to get to a double.
60. Scott, you require 25.
13 double 6 is the Williams way.
Game shot on the fifth leg. Scott Williams.
Well, it's a struggle for Scott in terms of finishing legs off, but he's managed to get over the line in that one and keep his hopes alive of an opening victory.
Sixth leg, it's Ryan to throw first.
This is the big leg for this man. Ryan Finesse looking for his first victory over Scott Williams at the Live League in 2022, having lost all 4 of their
59.
previous meetings.
$95. 137. 140.
Williams has a slight edge after half a dozen darts each, but that edge is disappearing fast.
139.
Well, his counting's costing him here, and it's going to cost him in future if he doesn't think a little smarter. Ryan Finesse, that should have been over at the 18s, not the 19s.
96.
And Williams leaves a finish first. It's a case of 170 being better than 166. And there have been 3
96. Scott, you require 170.
bad setup shots that haven't, 1 that didn't leave the required finish, and 2 that haven't left finishes at all for Ryan Finesse in this match. He's
Ryan,
been
you
getting
require
away with
70.
it, but something that he needs to look at. I know he might watch this back, Ryan. Just do have a think when you're watching, pal.
50. Scott, you require 110.
110 for Williams. Can be completed on double
94.
16, but it's another dart squandered at the outer ring.
Ryan, you require
13 now,
20.
the unlucky number. And it's match point.
Game.
That's
shot.
match dart.
And the match.
It's match 1
Ryan Finesse.
for Ryan Finesse. In a little bit of a shock at the start of the evening's action, Scott Williams, the pre-night favourite to take the title, goes down in his opening match and has work to do when he returns. It's a strong start, though, for Ryan Finesse, who ends Williams' 10-match winning streak and a 4-match winning streak over him himself. He goes to his next game with 2 points in his pocket, knowing that another win will secure his place at finals night, and he might get there without that anyway. He will take on Arjan Konterman in a couple of games' time, but before that, Danny van Trijp returns, needing to beat Gian van Veen if he's going to stay in tonight's action. That is coming up in 4 minutes' time. Welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, where we are going double Dutch here on Sporty Stuff TV as Danny van Trijp faces Gian van Veen. The Dutch duo in action once again. Two of the three Netherlands natives in finals night. Arjan Konterman coming up next against Ryan Furness. Van Veen on his first outing of the evening against fellow Dutchman Danny.
First leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on.
Who must win or won't play any further part in the evening's action.
85.
If Van Veen wins this match and he goes through along with Graham Hall.
100.
If Van Trijp wins it, then Van Veen must beat Graham Hall in the final
45.
match of the evening. If Van Trijp wins it 4-0, and then Van Veen defeats Hall 4-0,
96.
then we'll have a 9-dart shootout between the three of them to determine who goes through from the group.
55.
That's the only scoreline in this match
58.
that can stop Graham Hall being through at the end of it before he even plays his final game.
85.
It's been great to have the Dutch quartet in action. Owen Roelofs, who narrowly missed out on finals night, hit the most 180s this week across the previous 5 days. He's come along to support his fellow Dutchman and is backstage here at the Live League.
99. Jan, you require 164.
So, treble 18 would have left the bull. Van Trijp will be starting
Danny,
on the bullseye.
132.
Already had one champagne moment this week, didn't he? How about another? I think he's going to change his mind here. I think he's going to go for treble 14. It was tempting, but he's playing it smart, I'm sure. Well, he has gone for the bull. I'm surprised. I'm surprised after the delay that Danny stayed there. He's chipped 75 off that 132.
92.
And he's ended up leaving tops.
And you require 83.
But I'm not sure if staying on the bull was the right shot due to how and where the dart landed. And this would be a real salt in the wound shot, wouldn't it?
58.
Almost
Danny,
found that target.
40.
It's been a leg all about the bullseye. But it's a leg won on double 10 by Danny Van Trijp, who wins his first leg of the evening, having lost all 4 against Graham Hall. Remember, he must win this match to keep his hopes alive.
Second leg, it's Gian to throw first. Game on.
Could still be a situation
57.
where both Dutch players go through, but it would involve Van Trijp winning this match 4-0 and Van Veen winning the next one 4-0, then both coming through that 9-dart shootout. Very unlikely sequence of events, but stranger
42.
things have happened.
$57. 58. 84.
This pair playing for the 4th time this week, having met in Group A. Van Veen won the first 2 matches 4-1. Van Trijp did win their most recent meeting on Wednesday 4-0. Looking to repeat that feat.
$60.
Struggle to let go of that one there, Van Veen.
100.
We do see him
Danny,
sometimes
160.
having to regrip and restart.
30. Gian, you require 144.
Love the way his darts lie. He can take advantage of overstackers and understackers, as the great Sid Waddell used to call them. Bullseye.
88. Gian, you require 16.
Well, this to level the match, but it would also ensure that Graham Hall would be in the semi-finals.
Game shot and the second.
And that's the dart that does it.
Van Veen.
GVV levels up after that missed ball by Danny Van Trijp. But Graham Hall, the big beneficiary, because he is now secure in the semis.
Third leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on.
You know, the reason for that, of course, Danny Van Trijp can now only get
125.
the best possible leg difference of -1. And even if Hall were to lose 4-0 to Van Veen in the next match, his leg difference would end up at 0.
96.
It goes to leg difference, legs won, and then the 9-dart shootout. So that 9-dart shootout's not going to happen. Not in this group. Still haven't seen it at the live league, but we have come close.
$96.
Basically, all three score lines in each group, in any group rather, have to be the same.
140.
With one player winning each of the matches.
$117. Danny, you require 96. $80.
A dominant leg of darts from Danny Van Trijp.
60. Danny, you require 16. Game shot and the third leg.
It's a leg of darts that he's won. A quick-fire holder throw for the towering Dutchman, who leads the match 2-1 and is keeping his hopes alive of progressing alongside Graham Hall.
Fourth leg, it's Gian to throw first. Game on.
Has been involved in some rapid games this week.
100.
Danny Van Trijp. Really enjoyed watching him. I've really enjoyed watching many of the players, actually.
125.
That 9-darter, the first in this new stage 1.
140.
At the live league. And his match against Owen Roelofs lasted just 6 minutes and 52 seconds. On Monday.
180.
This one will take a little longer because it looks very likely
59.
to be going the distance.
Require 81.
The first 180 of it goes the way of this man, who's looking to complete a fabulous 11-dart leg. Oh, that is
66.
So far wayward. It would have been the first 11-darter we've seen from Gian van Veen.
42.
At the live league this week.
15.
But he missed by such a margin. He's having to go 7-4-4 now to clean it up. It's all getting very sticky and tricky.
Seven. Danny,
Never looked likely, did he?
140. $44. Gian, you require 8.
And can he put it right? There's the practice swing. Full focus here, Gian van Veen. But it's more misses. He's now squandered 5 opportunities in this match.
Game
but he does
shot and the fourth
eventually
leg.
nail the double. Double 4 found to tie up the match after 4. 2-2 in this one. Van Trijp with the darts in leg 5.
Fifth leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on. $100. $121.
Just a little tense
134.
at times. This game, both players have missed half a dozen darts at double in it.
140.
Standing over the trapdoor, knowing that he can't afford to lose a match or he will be out.
123.
Early in the evening.
$140. Danny, you require 144. $84. Gian, you require 100.
But there's a chance here for his opponent to break. What a long pause. But that is not what Danny Van Trijp wanted to see. Look at the head go down behind Gian van Veen. He looks up. Well, he took
60.
an age over each dart.
Danny, you require
in
60.
that visit. Van Trijp's look might be in. That might be a happy accident because it's an open bed at double 10 rather than
50.
potentially blocked one at tops.
Gian,
Maybe he did hinder
40.
himself slightly with the first dart there, and Van Veen comes back with a golden chance to break. Looking to go left of the markers here. Exactly there.
Gian van Veen.
Gian van Veen leads this match by 3 legs to 2, having broken the throw. And if he holds here, it is good night, Danny.
Sixth leg, it's Gian to throw first. Game on.
Van Veen will book his place in the semi-finals along with his next opponent, Graham Hall, who hammered Van Trijp 4-0 in the opening match of the evening. Van Trijp missed a couple of darts himself to
97.
Flip reverse the scoreline. We haven't yet seen
140.
the third Dutchman in the field, Arjan Konterman. He will be coming up next.
180.
Good fighting from DVT. His first of the match, his third of the evening.
$60.
And it puts him in the picture. It puts him back in business.
96.
But the business
Gian, you require
could be over
161.
if Van Veen can complete a supersized checkout. It won't happen.
22.
And that is a huge help for Danny Van Trijp.
128.
Treble 18 he's going for, and another. $16 will leave tops.
Gian, you require 139.
57 here would leave 82. Went for the treble 14. Probably the right thing to do.
131.
But
Danny,
maybe
you require
going for the
40.
treble 22nd dart might have been a better shout.
Game
Don't
shot.
criticise him too much for that. Better than going for the bull either way, but Danny Van Trijp has managed to hold his nerve and break the throw, and if he can hold his throw, then he will keep his hopes alive.
Final leg. It's Danny to throw first. Game on. 45. $140.
So Graham Hall is through from this group, having beaten Danny Van Trijp 4-0 in the opening
58.
match. He faces Gian van Veen in the final match of the group. And if Van Trijp can win this leg, he remains in contention. But if Van Veen wins it, it's the end of the
55.
road for Danny. However, if it is a 4-3 victory for Van Trijp, he's on 2 points with a final legs difference of -3, meaning that Van Veen, who would be on -1,
45. $77.
would just need to beat Graham Hall to get through at Van Trijp's expense.
80.
So there would still be jeopardy for Danny, but Hall, of course, would be the favourite to win that match.
57.
Who's the favourite to win this match?
Danny, you require
take your pick, 164 and
164.
throwing, or 81 and waiting. Might want 164 and throwing now. Gave it a good go. Didn't get a dart at the bullseye.
132.
But he
Gian,
just
you
set it
require
up
81.
perfectly. Van Veen may only get a dart at the bullseye. Treble 19, we're getting better. Single 12, and it is the bull. It's treble 12 for double 13. And in it goes for Gian van Veen to pile the pain on his opponent, because Danny Van Trijp is now out and Gian van Veen is through from Group 1 to the semi-finals alongside Graham Hall. That double 13 doing the job for the Dutchman and doing for Danny Van Trijp. Hall and Van Veen still have to play in this group to decide who finishes first and who finishes second. But it is good night, Van Trijp, here at the Live League. Gave it a good go in the end, but Van Veen pinched it and put himself through alongside Graham Hall. It's all sorted in terms of who's going through in Group 1, but our eyes turn to Group 2 next, when Ryan Finesse can put himself through if he can defeat Arjan Konterman. So 2 players through to the semi-finals already here at the live league, as Graham Hall and Gian van Veen have made it from Group 1, and a third could join them as Ryan Furness looks to make it 2 wins from 2 tonight when he takes on Arjan Konterman. It is the first appearance of the evening for the sublimely sponsored Arjan Konterman. Just look at that shirt.
First leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on.
More patches than a patchwork quilt.
$59.
And he's going to have 2 chances to get through to the semi-finals. Whatever happens here,
40.
he'll still have an opportunity. He knows. That it's not the be-all and end-all losing this match.
140.
Winning this match would secure Ryan Furness his place in the semi-finals, and it would then be a straight shootout between Arjan Konterman and
91.
Scott Williams in the last match of the group stages. But if Konterman wins, then any outcome could be possible. And Furness may face an
78.
anxious wait to see how the land lies in that final match.
140.
Still have the possibility of that 9-dart shootout, of course, if Arjan Konterman can win this match 4-2 and then Scott Williams can record the same margin of victory over him, then they're all back in the booth for a
60.
fling of 9 darts each. The highest score will top the group. The second highest will come second in it and progress to the semi-finals with the winner, and the lowest will
100.
head home.
Ryan, you require 164.
It was a decent enough display from Ryan Furness in that opening
60. Arjan, you require 130.
encounter of the evening. And this is a dazzling display on this finish from
Game
Arjan
shot on the
Konterman.
first leg. Arjan
What
Konterman.
a start for the Dutchman, who takes out 130 with a brilliant bullseye
Second leg, it's
to break
Arjan
the
to
throw
first.
in the very
Game on.
first leg of the match.
99.
A 15 darter from AK.
100. 140. 59. 180.
was looking good
180.
in his first outing of the night.
$39. Arjan, you require 82.
17 for tops. This is a very dominant
Game
holder throw.
shot and the second
And
leg.
this
Arjan Konterman.
is blistering stuff from the Dutchman. A 15 darter and a 12 darter.
Third leg, it's Ryan to throw first.
No wonder
Game
he's
on.
mopping his brow. He's been on fire at the start of this contest.
140. 30.
His highest checkout coming into this evening was 121 for this week, so he's already managed better than that. He is
42. 97.
playing
59.
absolutely brilliant stuff.
$86.
Actually, the only player in the six that hasn't averaged
100.
more than 100 in any of his matches this week. 25 that he's played, winning 13 and losing 12 in qualifying for finals night.
40.
Progressing from Group C, having had
Ryan,
a
you
clean
require
sweep of wins
160.
yesterday.
$60.
But that deadly double of legs.
140. Ryan,
Might
you
not become
require
a treble
100.
because Furness wants a treble here. Not that one. Now he needs a treble and doesn't get one, so maybe it will be 3 on the spin.
31. Arjan, you require 108.
For Konterman. And that looks like a good guide. He's going to be a little bit annoyed there.
56.
But it still may only be one dart at double.
Ryan, you require 69.
Double 15.
Game shot
Nicely
on the
done.
third leg.
Kept
Ryan
his
Furness.
composure, rectified the mistake, and halved the deficit in the match.
Fourth leg, it's Arjan to throw first. Game on. $95. $97. $136. $94. $41. $177.
Well, it was a mad switch, really, from Finesse.
140.
Had he not
Ryan,
found
you
the
require
treble, he wouldn't have been on a finish.
133.
He got away with it.
$29. Arjan, you require 89.
But it's still advantage, Arjan.
Game shot on
And
the
he
fourth
takes
leg. Arjan Konterman.
A two-leg advantage in this game. Brilliant stuff from Arjan Konterman, who is one away from the win against Ryan Finesse, who was hoping to win this match to secure a semi-final
Fifth
spot.
leg, it's Ryan to throw first.
He will have to
Game
wait
on.
and watch the last match in this group when Konterman takes on Williams, and if
80.
Konterman wins this leg, you know, that's a better scoreline than the one that Finesse beat Williams by when he won 4-2 in the opening match. It could be time to worry. If this one finishes 4-2, the prospect of the first ever 9-dart shootout 3 ways at the Live League
100.
is still on the cards.
$95. $131. $66. $41.
He's having a think. He's not going to leave
43.
The finish.
Ryan, you require 149.
So a couple of visits from here for Finesse to at least get a couple of legs on the board, as Scott Williams did against
93.
him. Starting to get very intriguing, this group. Konterman will try and leave 72.
85. Ryan, you require 56.
Couldn't manage that. And it's tops to close the gap.
36. Arjan, you require
the game could be over.
127.
It could be 127 and game.
119. Ryan, you require
Couldn't quite
20.
complete the combo. And Finesse is off the hook.
Game short and the
he
fifth
hooks the
leg.
double.
Ryan Furness.
And keeps himself in contention in his second match of the night. He's 2 legs away from booking his place in the semi-finals. But if Arjan Konterman wins this leg, then wow,
Sixth
how
leg. It's Arjan
interesting it could become in Group 2. And the prospect of that first ever 9-dart shootout between the 3 players will be very much on, because a 4-2 win for Scott Williams against Arjan Konterman is certainly a possibility.
100. $83.
The 2 wins that Williams has had.
60.
Over Arjan this week have both been
58.
4-0.
$60. $59.
Konterman did beat him 4-2, so that will be the decisive match in this group. But whatever happens for at least one player, it might be the decisive match in the group for all 3 players.
100.
But Finesse has got himself ahead in this leg,
59.
and the tungsten tide could be turning.
$43.
Only 43 though.
95.
Only
Ryan, you
95 though.
38.
But he will get a shot at the 103 to get the job done when he comes back. Arjan Konterman.
$122
to win.
Arjan, you require 103.
And to keep everything possible in this group. It's still on. It's still on. Treble 20. Double 18.
85.
That's how close he was.
Ryan, you require 16.
But now Finesse can level. And then he can throw.
Game short and the sixth
To
leg.
put himself in the
Ryan
semi-finals.
Finesse.
Well, he was under pressure, under real pressure. He survived a match start from Arjan Konterman. But it's now advantage Ryan Finesse, who will throw for a semi-final spot.
Seventh and final leg. It's Ryan to throw first. Game on. $140.
It also means, folks,
60.
for all of you that were willing it on, waiting and wanting to see it, that we won't have the first ever 3-way 9-dart shootout here at the Live League. Not tonight.
180.
And it's looking like a straight shootout between Arjan Konterman and Scott Williams in the last match
60.
in Group 2. Before that, Gian van Veen will take on Graham Hall.
97.
To see who will top Group 1 and who will finish second. Both of them already
57.
through to the semi-finals.
Ryan, you require 84.
84 then here for Finesse, who's made a great comeback. He survived a match start.
52.
Arjan Konterman was so fast out of the blocks. It took him just 27 darts to win the first 2 legs.
Ryan,
he
you
kept
require
hold of that
32.
advantage as he led the match 3-1. Missed a dart to win the game 4-2. And has wound up losing it by 4 legs to 3. 3 on the spin for Finesse in the end. And that sees him through to the semi-finals. A 4-3 success sees him seal his last 4 spot at finals night. He hit half of his checkout attempts. Konterman was even better than that on 60%, including that brilliant 130 that got him in a strong position, but he squandered a 3-1 lead and will now have to beat Scott Williams in a straight shootout to see which one of the pair join Ryan Finesse in the semi-finals. Also through to the semis already, Graham Hall and Gian van Veen in Group 1, and they play each other now to decide who finishes top of that group. Stay with us for that. Welcome back to finals night of the Live League here on Sporty Stuff TV. Two men now who are already through to the semi-finals but will determine in which position they finish. It's Graham Hall and Gian van Veen. And there is Van Veen, the Dutchman, who beat his fellow Netherlands native Danny van Trijp 4-3 earlier this evening. Hall thrashed Van Trijp 4-0. And averaged 102 in the process. Looking like the man to beat so far.
First leg, it's Gian to throw first. Game on.
Ryan Furness through from Group 2 after that comeback win against Arjan Konterman that you've just witnessed.
180.
Not a bad start, is it? Konterman will take on Scott Williams in a winner-takes-all contest in the final
96.
group game. This one's all about who finishes where. This leg is all about Gian van Veen at the
83.
moment. If he can win, he will top the group and will take on second place in Group 2.
140.
Which has been won by Ryan Furness with 2 wins from 2 matches. He will therefore contest
94.
the second semi-final. So a long old wait for Ryan Furness. 3 games now, along with a 10-minute break after the final group game before he does play his semi-final match against the runner-up in this group, the loser of this match.
95. Gian, you require 144.
Well, the leg was opened
128.
with a maximum
Graham,
from
you
Gian
require
van Veen.
170.
Will the leg be finished with a maximum checkout from his opponent? Maybe it will. No, it won't.
98. Gian, you require 16.
Because
Game
it will be
shot
finished on
the
double
first
4.
leg. Gian van Veen.
For Gian van Veen, who takes the opening leg on throw in this battle to top the Group 1 table. 1-0 to the young Dutchman.
Second leg, it's Graham to throw first. Game on. 96. 140.
Van Veen spent his afternoon down at St Mary's in Southampton watching
100.
the football. The Live League secret location. Not too much of a secret, really, but it's
93.
somewhere near there. I was there myself.
$57.
Him and his Dutch friends. Premier League in the afternoon, Live League in the evening.
98.
Now it's all eyes on him when he comes back looking to try and score a spectacular.
$30.
Although
Gian,
you won't have to go for the bull even if he does
170.
hit 2 treble 20s. Because Graham Hall, suddenly, he's not at the
94.
races. A man who's won his last 11 matches. A man who's averaging north of 95 for the week. A man who averaged 102 in his first match of the night.
58. Gian, you require 76.
Suddenly, seemingly, can't hit a thing. Well, that'll do very nicely.
60.
That would have done very
Graham, you
nicely
require
indeed, but there is an outside
160.
opportunity for Hall to join the party. Is this the entrance, Hall? Well, still he struggles. And still he suffers.
100. Gian, you
And he
require
can suffer
16.
even more here because it's a break-in prospect for Gian van Veen.
Game shot and the second leg. Gian van
Who
Veen.
doubles his lead in this match. A two-leg advantage for the 20-year-old Dutchman, who will throw now to increase it to 3.
Third leg, it's Gian to throw first. Game on.
Averaging, as you can see, 97 after the first couple of legs in the match. Could be halfway through the match. Not sure many saw this coming.
45.
If Van Veen does go on to win the
96.
game and top the group, he will play in the first semi-final against the loser of the next match. Apologies, the winner of the next match. That'd be a strange way to do things, wouldn't it?
134.
Arjan Konterman and Scott Williams, whoever wins that match, will finish second in Group 2 and take on the winner of this group.
140. $100.
And Ryan Finesse awaits the loser of this match. Both of them already through to the semi-finals.
43.
Graham Hall has upped his level in this leg, but that score didn't show it. And it's given the darts back to Gian van Veen.
$127. $58. Gian, you require 95.
Who wants 95 to go 3 up? Who wants 38? Who wants 32?
Game
Who
shot
loves
in the third
32
leg.
and who does
Gian
go
van
3 up?
Veen.
Gian van Veen there working 95 and getting plenty of reward for his efforts.
Fourth leg, it's Graham to throw first. Game on.
I'm not sure what his little conversation with himself in the background is there. I think he's quite
121.
surprised that Graham Hall hasn't produced a fight. Remember, Van Veen himself survived a match start
100.
against Danny van Trijp. And had that gone in,
57.
would have been a very different scenario in this match. He would have needed
83.
to win the game.
$100.
But earlier in the week and indeed earlier in the evening, Graham Hall was having a ball. Well, suddenly he seems to have dropped the ball and will be hoping to recover his form
140.
for his final 2 matches, which he hopes will be a semi-final and a final. But if he plays at this level, could easily be a semi-final and a third-place playoff.
97. $18. Graham, you require 120.
Well, a good chance to get a leg on the board and avoid being beaten to 0. Another in there would leave double 6. That leaves the ball.
93. Gian, you require 160.
Didn't really trouble it. Can Gian trouble this? Emphatic answer. 2 letters.
44.
First one's N,
Graham, you
second
require
one's O.
33.
Double 16. Hadn't had a double in the match until this leg. Now he's had 2. 1 at the bull, he's missed that.
1.
2 now at double 16, he's missed
Gian,
those.
you require 116.
And the game could be up for Graham Hall in this match. He will return for the semi-finals, of course. He will return in this leg
41.
now.
Graham, you require 32. Game shot on the 4th leg.
So he's
Graham
back in
Hall.
to the game. Maybe, just maybe, there's a way for him to win. A little bit of an ironic celebration there from Graham Hall. You may have caught before the camera cut to my ugly mug, but it won't be as ugly a scoreline for Graham as it could have been because he gets a leg in the ledger.
$100.
Certainly hasn't been golden,
57.
Graham, for a man who has been a serial winner at the Live League, having won his last 11 matches before this one. Don't worry, I won't milk that
91.
line of punnery much longer. How much more can he milk out of this match? Can he find a way to win it?
$60. $96. $45.
All just looks a bit of a struggle for the pair of them right now.
100.
In many ways, it could be seen as a
100.
meaningless match. I don't think the players really think there's any difference about who they play in the semi-finals. But that is a moment of real quality from Graham Hall, and it applies pressure to this 105. Don't know what the little joke was there between Nick Rolls and the players, but they all seem to see the funny side of it. Maybe stumbled on his words there, but Gian van Veen did not stumble on the finish. 105 checkout to seal a 4-1 win that sees Gian van Veen top his group, and therefore he will play in the first semi-final tonight against the winner of the final match of the group stages. Graham Hall's 11-match winning streak comes to an emphatic end. He will take on Ryan Furness in the second semi-final. So it's Van Veen, Finesse and Hall in the last 4, and one player to fill those places as Arjan Konterman goes up against Scott Williams, and that game is coming right up. So the winner takes it all in this last group game of the evening. It all comes down to this battle between Arjan Konterman and Scott Williams. A semi-final spot on the line, the last one available. Gian van Veen topped Group 1 and will play whoever wins this match in the opening semi-final. Then Ryan Finesse, who topped this group, will take on Graham Hall. The group winners' reward for winning the groups means they will have the throw in the semi-finals. That is
First leg,
definitely an advantage in a short race.
On. 92.
And Arjan Konterman has that advantage in this particular short race. But he has been beaten 4-0 twice by Scott Williams at the Live League
81.
Just this week, though did beat him himself 4-2 in their most recent meeting on Wednesday. Williams was wonderful in Group B, though, winning all of his matches across 2 nights. And that defeat to Ryan Finesse was something of a shock, having won his last 4 against that particular opponent. But he means business, and he indicates that with a 180 in his second visit in this straight shootout for a semi-spot.
87.
Only 18 points behind, but 3 darts in hand.
90.
Well, using the bull there to leave 150. Now, Scott Williams, if there wasn't as much at stake, might think about
95.
going for 3 bulls here.
Scott, you require
He's already tried going for 3 bulls. I don't think he'll do it this time. He decided against it.
42.
But only managed to muster up
127.
a miserly 42. And Arjan Konterman wants the bull.
83. Scott, you require 108.
Double 16 for a break of throw immediately.
92.
Well, he's had
Arjan,
opportunities.
44.
Had an opportunity to leave something smaller. Then he had a dart at double Scott Williams. The double he missed.
12.
He's missed twice by his opponent.
Scott, you require 16.
So the advantage of throw may be about to disappear for Arjan Konterman.
Game shot. And the
as
first
Williams
leg, Scott Williams
lands that double 8, sneaking it past the guide, looking happy with his work in the opening leg. Did have to survive a couple of bullets there, but it's advantage Williams.
Second leg, it's Scott to throw
in this
first.
winner-takes-all contest. Yeah, the missed start of the ball from Konterman. The 2 at double 8. Williams going out
40.
after his third dart. Well, that one I think came out of the 5, so disappointment will not be as great as it might have been.
121. $80.
I do hope you're enjoying and have
60.
enjoyed what's been a wonderful week's action here at the Online Darts Live League, and we will have another one, of course we will. Non-stop darts on Sporty Stuff TV.
100.
6 days a week we bring you some of the finest flingers outside the professional 128, and I can back that up with the fact that this man, approaching the Oki now, when going to the professional tour in the PDC, in the absence of some of those 128 tour card holders, went and won one of those players' championship titles. But we'll be back next week. Paul Nicholson will be in the chair that I'm sitting in, talking you through the action.
Scott, you require 144.
Much more learned and esteemed operator than I am.
Arjan, you require 80.
Well, that's an interesting lead for Scott Williams.
Game shot and the second leg. Arjan
Konterman has taken out the checkout and grabbed back the advantage of throwing first. The break is cancelled out.
Third leg is Arjan to throw first.
Yeah, during the third place playoff tonight, I will run you through the players that are going to be in action from Monday.
180.
But it's all eyes on this one now because it is a key match in this finals night.
57.
And it's a decent display so far from Arjan Konterman. That last leg was a 14 darter when he took out the 80 combo to break straight back. But Williams is looking to weigh in with his second maximum here. Couldn't quite manage it, so we'll have to settle for his first ton 40 instead.
$54.
Bad luck.
61.
Bad dart. Advantage Arjan.
$60.
He certainly won't be going 3 bulls. I promise you that.
140. Arjan, you require 150.
He'll be going 2 treble 19s. That was the intention.
90. Scott, you require
decent enough leave.
103.
Although having said that,
55.
leaving 60 when it can be
Arjan, you
avoided
require 60.
is not always the wisest ploy because you end up blocking part of the double top bed. And that makes it
20.
harder to hit.
Scott, you require 48. Game
Williams
shot in the third leg.
Puts
Scott
it
Williams.
right. And ends up taking the leg. It's 3 breaks on the spin. Doesn't look happy with how things are going, or at least how he's playing. But it is advantage Scott Williams
Fourth
in
leg,
this
it's
match.
Scott to throw first. Game on.
Break, break, break. If Williams can hold, he's almost home. And Arjan Konterman can start heading home.
140. $100. $180.
And that will go a long way towards securing that 2-leg advantage. It's a 140 followed by a maximum
97.
for Scott Williams. His third of the night. 38 he's hit this week in the Live League. That is now the most, surpassing Owen Roelofs, who just failed to make it
45.
to finals night. The 19-year-old Dutch talent, who I'm sure we'll see more of.
60. Scott, you require 136. $52.
Well, I get going the 16s route with the first start, but having hit the single, maybe going up to 20s with the second would have been better,
Scott, you
because a
require
couple of single
84.
20s there would have left him on 80 rather than 84. And now he would have been on the outer ring rather than the bull.
59. Arjan, you require 100.
Smallest target on the board missed. Maybe a couple of tops after that. He was going for treble 16.
Scott,
This
you
will be
require
13 for
25.
double 6. That is the way Williams likes to go on 25. It's often very effective for him. And it
Game
is
shot and the
on
fourth
this
leg,
occasion.
Scott Williams.
And that's the finish that sees Scott Williams move within 1 of a place in the semi-finals. After a poor start to the night, he could still yet take the title home.
Fifth leg, it's Arjan to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, that 4-2 defeat to the Group 2 winner,
135.
Ryan Finesse, in the opening match of the evening. Is how things started for Scott, but He's shown some bounce back ability here. Shown some grit as well. Scott Williams I always kind of describe as a bit of a showman, a man with a bit of swagger and style about the way he plays, but he's having to dig and fight tonight.
59.
And their quality is well worth having as well. It's easy to look good
56.
and do flashy things when everything's going right, but when you're having to battle and scrap...
83.
And you can still win games, and that is maybe even more of a good omen for a man who's going to be a regular part of the professional tour next year, no doubt.
32.
So this leg has been scrappy from Scott. 43, 56 and 32.
100. 99. Arjan, you require 124. 84.
Konterman taking care of business in the leg.
133. Arjan, you require 40.
Can't take care of tops.
Game shot.
He can take care of double 10.
Arjan Konterman.
Scott Williams must take care with this lead. He has the darts to seal the win here. But we've already seen 3 breaks of throw in this match. And Arjan Konterman is bidding for one to force
Game on.
a last leg decider.
60. 96. 180.
Closing in now.
100.
Third of the match for Scott Williams.
91.
180 in the leg. And he leaves 170 to win the leg and the match and the place in the semi-finals that goes with that win.
170.
I know that this would be the Williams way. I cannot believe he didn't go for it. Well, maybe that just gives an indication that Scott Williams has got his business head on here.
120.
Because 9 times out of 10, no, 99 times out of 100, Williams would have gone for the bullseye for a flashy, fishy finish.
Game, shot, and the match.
But he laid up,
Scott Williams.
He left the double, and he hit that double. And it is he who is through to the semi-finals at the expense of Arjan Konterman, who goes down 4-3 to Furness and down 4-2 to Scott Williams. It's been a decent week for the Dutchman. Certainly yesterday when he won all 5 of his matches, but couldn't make it through to the semi-finals, and we say goodbye to him and Danny van Trijp. Williams will be in action in the first semi-final against the last Dutchman standing, Gian van Veen, before Ryan Finesse takes on Graham Hall in the second. We will have a 10-minute break now before those semi-finals get underway. So make yourself a nice cup of hot chocolate and join us for the last 4 here at the Online Darts Live League. Thanks for staying with us. Semi-final time here at the Live League, and before the evening started, most people would have predicted a Scott Williams-Graham Hall final, but not many would have thought that both of them would go through their groups as runners-up. That's what's happened. Hall will take on Ryan Finesse in the second semi. The first, though, is Williams against Gian van Veen. Van Veen, the winner of Group 1, winning both his matches, defeating Danny van Trijp, his fellow Dutchman.
First leg, it's Gian to throw first.
And Graham Hall, who started the night with a bang, a 101.9 average, but was beaten heavily by this
140.
man. Williams went down to Ryan Finesse in his opener. The first victory for Finesse this year against Scott Williams. Lost that match 4-2, but beat Arjan Konterman 4-2 to join Finesse in the semi-finals after he had beaten the Dutchman 4-3 to top the group. And as I said, he takes on Graham Hall in the second semi. It's now a
140.
Sixth meeting of the week between this pair, having both been in Group A and B. Williams winning 4-0 in there first. Gian van Veen winning the next two 4-3. Then Williams getting a 4-3 win before restoring order with an emphatic victory yesterday, winning 4-1. A match in which he averaged 97.
164.
He also had his highest average of the week and the highest average of the week against Gian van Veen when he averaged 111.33 in their Monday meeting. We'd love to bookend the week with something similar.
93. Gian, you require 64.
Double 8 for the first leg. Double 4.
60.
Now he has to watch and wait as Williams
68.
bids to break immediately. Double 16 for him.
52.
Chance comes, chance
Gian,
goes.
you require 4.
And Gian returns. Needing that. When you're ready, Gian.
Game shot.
But he's ready.
Gian van Veen.
And he finds it perfectly. Double 2 pinned for Gian van Veen, who holds on to his throw in the opening leg. Does often
second leg, it's Scott to throw first.
Take an eternity over throwing at doubles. Doubles that he doesn't feel too comfortable on. The ones that he does feel comfortable on, really.
177.
Double 16 and double 8. He absolutely loves that segment of the board. Scott Williams seems to love every segment of the board, and he's found 2 treble 20s and a treble 19 to kick off the second leg. A man who's had 2 9-darters hit against him at the Live League and has missed the double for a couple of 9-darters of his own, yet to add his name to that roll of honour. I'm sure it won't be long.
$140. $100. $59. Scott, you require 124.
So to level up.
$92.
It's money night, isn't it? Business night for Scott Williams.
Scott,
no flashy
32.
things. Sensible stuff.
Game shot.
Monday to Friday, he'd have gone for the bull at the end of the 1-2-4 combo, like he would have gone for the bull at the end of the 170 combo in the previous match. But it's lay up, leave a double, hit the double, and take care of the job at hand.
Gian to throw first. Game on.
The job at hand here is winning 3 more legs to book his place in the final here at the Live League.
60.
He's been one of the most entertaining arrow slingers that we've seen, and he does have experience of winning a week.
57.
As does his opponent very recently as well. Won week 4 of phase 4 to Gian van Veen. Scott Williams week
60.
4 of phase 5 last year. It's a nice boost to your bank balance to pick up the first prize.
$100. $100. $60. $134.
Well, Van Veen needs to hit big here, really, or Williams may get away.
121.
That's big
Scott,
enough. He's left himself a 2-darter. Treble 19 will be the first port of call. Now treble 18. Doesn't get a dart.
57.
To win the leg.
100.
And after the 1-2-1, the ton on offer for his opponent. Great dart, great start. Sometimes wonder if it's a help waiting all that time.
Game short and the third leg.
But he does dispatch the double in the end, and Gian van Veen leads this match. He's 2 legs away from a place in the final.
Fourth leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
Williams with the darts. And as you can see, with the higher average in the match.
100.
It is a real part of Gian van Veen's game that he can take a real edge over throwing a dart at double now.
$46.
I might even have a word with
180.
the team backstage for his next game and see if we can just get the split screen on when he's doing that, because I'd like to see exactly what he's doing, whether it's that he's struggling to let go of the dart, whether he's stepping back from the hockey and refocusing.
$41.
Williams goes from feast to famine pretty quickly there, a maximum followed by 41.
$100. $123. Scott, you require 80.
Room to the left.
Game short.
And he finds it.
Leg. Scott Williams.
To level the match at 2-2. It's a winner. Moves into the final of this one. And it is
fifth leg. It's
total deadlock
first.
At the moment. All legs going with the throw. Williams, therefore, the man who needs to make his move.
58. $46. 100. 56. 100. 41. 81.
He'll be very, very disappointed with the darts he's thrown in this leg. He needs a break and throw, and he's running out of time, and he
58.
hasn't found a treble in a dozen darts.
90.
Van Veen allowed to ease through the leg.
60.
We'll make that
And
15.
you require 72.
Treble-less throws by Scott Williams. Another 20 and 32.
40. 120.
But he can't hit a treble, but he can hit
Gian, you
bullseyes
require
pretty
32.
effectively. There we see the routine from Van Veen.
Game shot on the fifth leg. Gian van Veen.
And he does get over the line in that segment that he loves. It was a real off leg for Scott Williams. Didn't hit a single treble in it. And he now needs to hold and then break, or it will be third place playoff for him.
Sixth leg.
And
It's got to
final
throw first.
for Gian van
Game on.
Veen.
$100.
He threw 18 darts in the last leg. Scott Williams, none of them found trebles. Two of them did find the bull. But he's put that right immediately in leg
60.
6.
$91. 100. 140. 100. Scott, you require 170.
It's looking likely to go the distance.
94.
It has been a tense tungsten tussle. Williams hasn't played badly, really, apart from that last leg. Despite it, he's still averaging in the mid-90s in the match.
81. Scott, you
That
require
last dart
76.
does get Van Veen down to a finish. Williams will just be getting one dart at tops.
Game
It's
shot
in tops.
on the sixth leg.
And it's
Scott
all
Williams.
square. It's all been on throw in this semi-final. And it all comes down to this last leg.
Seventh and
Will it be?
final leg. It's Gian to throw first. Game on.
Gian the man. Van Veen. Or Shaggy Scott Williams. Booking their place in the weekly final. Big pressure. Big darts.
97.
Big leg.
$140. $123.
Sizable start from Scott, but then a
94.
healthy return from Van Veen, and it's certainly perfectly poised.
$100.
He winces at the ton. It's a ton that doesn't leave him a finish, and Williams will surely find a treble after that dart, surely.
60.
And now he's the one to wince. He's the one to waste what was a good guide, a good opportunity to be on a finish first.
36.
But only 36. And now it's seemingly swinging
85.
towards Scott Williams. Well, this
Gian, you require 145.
could not be more perfectly poised for a dramatic end. 145 to win. He's trying to settle himself. He's trying to steady himself, making sure everything's right. That's right. That's right. Double 14. What an incredible way to win the semi-final.
Gian van Veen.
A wonderful 145 checkout for Gian van Veen. Well, he took an age to throw the 3 darts. Maybe some mental block, maybe early signs of something more serious in his action. But he waited until he was ready. He composed himself and he produced a blockbuster 145 checkout to see off the pre-night favourite Scott Williams for the finals night title. But it won't be going Williams' way, because that supersized checkout means that Gian van Veen is the first man through to the final, and he will take on the winner of our second semi. It's coming right up, and it's Ryan Furness against Graham Hall. Well, without doubt, the shot of the evening at 145 from Gian van Veen to win the first semi-final in a last leg decider against Scott Williams. It's time to see who he will meet in the final as Ryan Finesse takes on Graham Hall. And there is Finesse, a man who won both of his group games tonight, seeing off Scott Williams and Arjan Konterman 4-2 and 4-3. It looked like Graham Hall was going to carry on an incredible winning run. He extended it to 11 matches when he averaged almost 102 in a whitewash win over the Dutchman Danny van Trijp, but was then beaten by the finalist Van Veen. Can get his revenge though. If he wins this match, he'll take on GVV in the weekly decider. And Finesse will meet Williams once again. As he awaits in the third place playoff that follows this match.
First leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Having won his group, Finesse has the darts in the second semi, and it went with the darts in the first one. Every single leg, in fact, went with the throw.
99.
As Van Veen got over the line against Williams, who was waiting on 1-2-2 when he produced that fantastic 1-4-5 finish.
96. $100. $100. $43.
Will take something to supersede that.
97.
Finesse and Hall go head to head for the right to take on Van Veen.
139.
Have met
123.
twice
Ryan, you
before at the
require
Live League, and Graham
120.
Hall has won both of those meetings, 4-3 and 4-1, each of them earlier this year. And he's got a chance to break
60.
throw in the very first leg of
Graham,
this
you
match.
require 85.
Options here, treble 15 or treble 19. 15s it is for two at tops.
Game
And in
shot
pops
on the
tops.
first leg. Graham Hall.
And Hall does what Williams couldn't in the other semi-final and gets a break of throw, and he gets it immediately as well. Well, Graham Hall, I was saying at the start of the
Second
night,
leg, it's
really
Graham to
fancied
throw
him
first. Game on.
to be the man to take the title, despite the bookies making Scott Williams a favourite, and you can understand why. And he's taking the advantage in the semis here.
140. 41.
For those of you who will be watching the action next week, I will run through the field for
100.
week 4 of stage 1, which gets underway on Monday live here on Sporty Stuff TV from 9:30 AM. I'll do that during the third place playoff that will start 10 minutes after this match ends.
$100.
It could turn into statistically one of the best live league weeks we've ever seen for a player if Graham Hall goes on to lift the title and
100. Graham,
maintains that
161.
high weekly average. around 95 coming into tonight, and he's still around that, having averaged 102 and then a uncharacteristic 80 something.
70.
Decision to make here. Treble
Graham,
17 would leave tops, but he could go the bullseye route if he wants to try and take out an insurance policy. That's what he's done. So it's a 16 segment. And now the bull. Can he bounce it in off that barrel?
66.
Well, he's landed the point in the same hole, as good
80.
as. And that's a whole lot of help for Ryan Furness, who needs double 10 to cancel out the early break.
Game short and the second.
And that's exactly what he's done. Well, Hall had done all the hard work getting the breaker throw in the first leg. But a missed bullseye to double his lead is punished by Finesse, who regains the advantage.
Throw first. Game on.
In the second semi-final.
And
now he means business. Now he strikes the match's first maxi.
$134.
And he's after another. Oh, he's not going to get into
140.
perfect leg territory. Not in this leg, at least. We've been there this week, haven't we? Danny Van Trijp producing his first ever 9 darter. Do dig that out on our social media page at Darts Live League on Twitter.
100.
The reaction was something to behold. A really special moment for the Dutchman. And Scott Williams missed. Double 18 to do one the same day. Williams in the third place playoff after that defeat to Gian van Veen in the previous match. And you know what? I think we'll see the old Scott in the third place playoff. You'll see that
57.
exhibition side to his game, I'm sure, with some creative finishing and audacious attempts.
40. $95. Ryan, you require 58.
So to take the lead for the first time.
Game short and the third leg.
And Finesse once again lands double 10. And he has the upper hand in this contest. Halfway there. 2 away from a place in the final.
Fourth leg, it's Graham to throw first. Game on.
And the standard is very, very good, isn't it? 3 legs in. A maximum of 4 still to play.
100.
But it's the
85.
28-year-old from Salisbury in Wiltshire that's got his nose in front despite Graham Hall breaking him in the very first leg of this match.
100. $100. $180.
But here comes Hall. Landing his first 180 of this tie.
80. Graham, you require 121.
Treble 20 leaves double 18.
85.
Gets there in the end. Great adjustment that from Ryan Furness. Absolutely brilliant recovery.
Graham, you require 36.
But this for parity. We've had two closely fought semi-final encounters, and this one
leg. Graham Hall.
is all square after 4 legs. Hall got the break in the first, but Finesse broke back, held, and now Hall holds, and it's 2-2.
It's Ryan to throw first.
And effectively now a race to 3. And will the advantage of having the throw as the result of winning the group end up being
81?
A very important one as this contest comes to a close.
$140. $100. $85. $60. $100.
Treble needed to get to a finish first. And he gets it, but he's only 16 points ahead on his own throw. This is an opportunity for Hall. And he is going to force Finesse to take out something supersized here.
Ryan, you require 160.
It won't happen. So Hall has a chance to break again. He's done it already in this match, but he then surrendered that break of throw.
Graham,
this one, though,
40.
would leave him serving to win the semi-final.
Game short.
And there it is. Graham Hall is 1 leg away from a place in the final and a repeat meet with Gian van Veen, a man who beat him earlier this evening after breaking in leg 5.
It's Graham to throw first.
Hall has the darts to seal the deal, and look at that. I mean, it's almost surprising. It doesn't look anywhere near the kind of level that he produced earlier in the week, yet here he is averaging 102, having done that in his first match. The one blot on his copybook, that 4-1 defeat to Van Veen, when he averaged in the 80s.
57.
Well, now he does look good.
140.
It's a 140 to follow a 125, and it's going to take some kind of miracle for Finesse now in this leg.
100.
Hall did win a PDC Youth Tour title way back in 2018. We've seen him at the UK Open on a couple of occasions as a qualifier in 2015 when he made his first appearance there. He played there this year and reached the last 64, did Graham Hall. He's having the year of his darting life. And he could have a winning evening here at the Live League. He beat Steve Beaton.
96.
And Andrew Gilding at the UK Open. Now we know what kind of form Gilding's been in since. There have been
59.
Signs from Graham Hall.
You require 40.
There's been consistently good performance from him this week at the Live League.
Game.
And this
Shot.
one
And
is
the match.
right up
Graham
there.
Hall.
Graham Hall reaches the final, and deservedly so. He sees off Ryan Finesse with an average of 102.36. That's the second time in 3 matches tonight that he's averaged around that mark, and it means that it will be a repeat meet for Finesse in the 3rd place playoff against Scott Williams, a pre-finals night favourite. But the man of the moment seems to be Graham Hall, and he's going to go up against Gian van Veen in the final, a man who beat him in the group stage. Will it be revenge or repeat in the final? We will find out in a little while. The 3rd place playoff before that, that's coming up in 10 minutes time. Do not go anywhere. Welcome back. 2 matches left to come this week at the Live League. The final between Gian van Veen and Graham Hall. But first, let's see who will take bronze as a third place playoff gets underway. It's Williams versus Finesse. Ryan Finesse beat Scott Williams in his very first match of the evening, a 4-2 success that helped him through to the semi-finals. But the pair of them lost their last 4 clashes. Finesse going down to Graham Hall 4-2 after Williams had been beaten in a last leg decider by Gian van Veen. He's just having to sort out some equipment issues there, Scott Williams, before the game gets started. Quickly throws his last 3 practice darts.
First leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Now, the only 2 matches of the week where we do a bull-up for who throws first are the third place playoff and the final. And
94.
Finesse has won that honour. Having got his first victory of the year over Williams. That's after losing his 4 previous matches to this particular opponent. I think we might see a bit more of Scott the Showman in this one, the third place playoff. Not meaningless, but obviously not as important
59.
as the matches he's played previously tonight, and he does get his business head on Saturday nights, but
84.
When the work stops, it's time to play.
And
this boy can play a maximum in the opening leg. From the Salisbury Slinger.
134. Leaves you 94. 78.
Well, still an opportunity for Williams in this leg, and he'll know that.
$133. Ryan,
I'm telling you now that Scott Williams is going to go for the bullseye when he comes back. 90 for Finesse. If he comes back, I should say. How could I be so rude to Ryan? Williams is going to come back and go for the bullseye. I
36.
guarantee it. Come on, Scott.
Scott, you require 50.
Don't make me look silly. He's thinking about it. I don't know if he will do it now. Shakes his head. Well, he almost did, didn't he?
Short in the first leg, Scott Williams.
Third place playoff, Scott Williams thinking 50 on the ball. Now, one of the reasons the pair of them are laughing so much is because earlier in the week, Ryan Finesse did that against Scott Williams to win
second leg,
a leg in 10 darts.
$60.
All good fun. And a good finish from Scott Williams.
140.
Managed to break in the opening leg. Now, I did promise that I would run you through the names for next week's action. We're going to be on air again over 6 days live on Sporty Stuff TV. For 8 sessions of darts, 1 on Monday, 1 on Tuesday, 1 on Wednesday. They all start at 9:30 a.m, as do the daytime sessions on Thursday and Friday. But as always, we'll have evening sessions on those days at 10 p.m. and finals night again at 10 p.m. next Saturday. So the 12 players in action: Chris Gilliland, Gary Stone, Jim McEwen, Josh Payne, Matt Denon and Matthew Edgar. Those players will all contest Group A Monday to Wednesday, and then one of them will qualify for finals night, like Graham Hall did from Group A this week. The others will be split into Groups B and C, along with Dan Reed, Daryl Pilgrim, Rob Collins, Aaron Beanie, Carl Hamilton and Gary Blades. And that is some sharp shooting from Scott Williams. His 6th 180 of the evening. He's at 41 maximums this week.
Scott, you require 93.
Double 18.
Game
It's one-way
shot
traffic
the
in this
second
one.
leg. Scott Williams.
Scott Williams has brought his A game, maybe slightly too late. It was a real blow, wasn't it? That 145 hit against him by Gian van Veen. But Williams,
Third leg, it's Ryan to throw first.
he's averaging 103.66 and is potentially halfway through this match.
42.
145 in the last leg decider. Williams was on 122 at the time. That's a perfectly pitched dart. 180 all day long.
120.
Careless with the last. Made me look silly, Scott. I'm not even going to predict a 180 here, because I knew it wasn't going to happen.
100.
Thanks for making me look good, Ryan. They both look pretty good at the moment. Scott Williams in particular, that average is rising and rising and rising.
98.
Furness has not been allowed to dart a double so far in the game.
27. $140. $140. Scott, you require 140.
Another in there. Oh, absolutely beautiful for double 16.
Game
What a
shot on the
finish
third
that is
leg.
from Scott Williams.
Williams.
This is a real exhibition of excellence from Super Scott Williams, whose average is now just tickling the 110 mark after taking out 140. Scott breaks twice
Scott to throw
and is
first.
throwing for a whitewash win. A dozen dart leg. He's thinking to himself, why did I not do this in the last match?
100.
But he's going to take the bronze medal. Unless Finesse can produce something rather miraculous.
83.
Well, there's no sign of stopping Scott Williams here. He hit the highest average of the week with 111.33.
60.
Against a man who's reached the final tonight, Gian van Veen.
100.
The highest we've ever seen from Scott Williams is 112.38.
60.
If he takes out this
Scott, you require
121, he will beat that. And it's on. I wonder if he knew it. I doubt it. He wouldn't have known where his average was.
69.
And he's ended up missing the board entirely there.
$100. Scott, you require
But
52.
despite that blip, it's been a golden performance.
44.
Well, the thoughts of a personal best or even a best of the week are now banished to the back of all our minds. But Scott Williams has been sublime in this match.
43. Scott, you require 8.
Well, it's gone from sublime to ridiculous.
5.
Williams didn't
Ryan,
even
you
look
require
as he threw that dart, and
155.
the intention was to bust his score. He ended up not doing. And now he's beside himself after his own silly antics have cost him there.
90.
Should have been coming back for 8. Instead,
Scott,
he's
you
coming back for
require
3.
3.
Well, it really is the only way to describe this match for Scott Williams. From the sublime to the ridiculous.
Game, shot.
But he wins.
Scott Williams.
In the kind of way that only Scott Williams can. Great fun, great darts. Didn't even allow Ryan Finesse a single shot at a double in the entire game. He was looking like breaking his personal best at one point. Had he taken out 121 in that last leg, he would have averaged over 113. In the end, he ended up taking out 3 and averaging 97. But that is the Williams way, and we love him here at the Live League, and he is the third place player on this week. Right, attention now turns to the final. Who will take the title? It is a massive tungsten tussle between Gian van Veen and Graham Hall, and it is coming right up. Well, here we go then. All of this week's work comes down to this final match, and it is a Dutch Anglo affair as Gian van Veen takes on Graham Hall. And it is a repeat of their meeting in Group 1 earlier this evening when Van Veen did something that nobody else has done in the last 14 matches against this man. The only defeat in that time came in the 5th game of tonight as Van Veen beat Hall 4-1. He did that after beating his Dutch compatriot Danny van Trijp 4-3 in this previous match. Van Trijp had been beaten 4-0 by Graham Hall. Quick word for Danny because he hit the 9-dart finish this week, the 9th one we've had at the Live League. A magical moment for him, but Dutch hopes lie here with Gian van Veen, who's looking to win a weekly title for the 2nd time at the Live League, having done so
41
in week 4 of phase 4 of the old format when he beat Nathan Gervin in the final. But it's this man who's looking to add his name to the Hall of Fame.
85
on that Live League Roll of Honour, Graham Hall, after a maiden first place finish.
140.
And he's produced some excellent stuff throughout the course of the week, throughout the course of the night. And I tipped him at the start of the evening, so that would be a nice
140
end to my week here as well, wouldn't it? But I will remain entirely impartial for the duration of this contest.
40.
I am actually very, very impressed with Gian van Veen, what I've seen this week. It's the first time I've seen him up close and watched him regularly, and I'm really impressed. There are obviously some issues with his throw in pressure moments. He hangs onto the dart for a long time, takes his time getting rid of it, but didn't stop him taking out 145 in a last leg decider, did it, against Scott Williams, who we've just seen produce a sublime to ridiculous display in beating Ryan Furness 4-0, but going from
require 160.
a potentially personal best average of 113 and change to the mid-90s and finishing a leg on 3 that he could have won on 121.
100.
Well, that 100 from Hall, who won the bull before this bout, puts him within touching distance of taking the first
137. Graham, you require 60.
But I say it so often, 60 finishers are not easy. Probably got 3/4 of the bed to aim at, in fairness, but that's not the segment he really wants to be taking aim at. That is, Graham Hall has the first leg in his pocket. 1-0 to the man who won Group A earlier in the week and has been resting up, preparing for this finals night.
Second leg, it's Gian to throw first. Game on.
And he was as good as through to the semi-finals when he won his opening match 4-0 against Danny van Trijp. But then that defeat to Van Veen came as something as a surprise. Did put things right when he beat Ryan Finesse 4-2 in the semi-finals to book his place in this final match. Match 105 of this week.
180.
This is what they've been playing for. They actually played each other in match 2 of this week. And Van Veen won it 4-3. But went on to lose 4-3 the following day.
100.
And 4-2 the day after that, as Graham Hall came into finals night on a 10-match winning streak that Van Veen ended after he'd added one more to it.
100. Gian, you require
The
161.
Dutchman's first 180 has helped him get down to this 161. But there is no need for him to go for it.
129. $97. Gian, you require 32.
Does everything he can to leave double 16. That is his modus operandi. Takes his time quite often before taking aim at doubles. A lot of composure. He won't let go until everything's right and proper.
Game shot.
And that is so often the outcome.
Gian van Veen.
It's an unorthodox routine from Gian van Veen, but it works for him. And it's seen him reach this weekly final and level it at one leg apiece.
Third leg, it's Graham to throw first. Game on.
13 darter as well, that for the Dutchman. Really good stuff. That's why after two legs his
137.
average is, or was so much higher than that of Graham Hall when we're at this embryonic stage of a match. Averages will change dramatically with every dart.
96.
Although not so much with that because he was averaging 96 and he scored 96.
$57. $58. $57.
So both of the first two legs going with the throw. Hall keeping hold of that advantage. Gian van Veen has to break at some point. That's only happened twice to Graham Hall this evening, including against Van Veen, who himself has only actually lost one leg on throw of the 10 that he's thrown first in this evening.
140.
Both of them came into this final having a doubles percentage of 40%. Graham just slightly higher, 40.91. Gian bang on 40.
81. Graham,
but as expected, a higher average for Graham Hall. He's been averaging around the mid-90s mark across all of his matches this week. And he goes into this, or went into this final, averaging 96.42.
70.
The double percentage will come down slightly after his third missed start at the outer ring in this match.
68. Graham, you require 40.
And even more after his fourth.
Game shot and the third leg.
But he does
Graham
hang
Hall.
on to his throw by landing that double 10, and Hall leads Gian van Veen 2-1 in this week's final.
Fourth leg, it's Gian to throw first. Game on.
I was saying during one of his earlier matches, the signs were there when Graham Hall went to Minehead
60.
earlier this year. Played in the UK Open.
$95.
He was one of the qualifiers.
83.
That had gone to a sports bar and tried his luck, and he made it through the second time he's done that, and he ended up beating the former world champion Steve Beaton
48.
and the former UK Open semi-finalist Andrew Gilding, who has been one of the most informed players this year. Actually, in his first match before we played that pair, he beat Kevin Finesse as well, who we saw produce some wonderful stuff at the Live League last year and go on and get his tour card. So the signs were certainly there that he could rock up at the Live League and do some damage, and he certainly has.
$100.
Has played in Challenge Tour events this year as well, reaching the quarterfinals in one of them. And recently made his PDC Pro Tour debut.
100. Gian, you require 158.
Got himself a win against Peter Hudson. Both players here needing the same outshot. Van Veen won't be taking it out. The man who also recently
98.
appeared on the Pro Tour for the first time.
158.
And he's going to come back looking to hold his throw, something he's been so good at doing this evening.
85. Gian, you require 60.
Only once has he been broken all night, and that is well out of the way. And even if it was high, you know, it wouldn't be a problem for him. His darts land almost flat in the board and make it possible to go under and over. Well, that was a dirty dart, disastrous.
50.
And it might end up being a disaster.
Graham, you require 73.
They were way off the mark, and Graham Hall knows this is a huge opportunity. 73 to break and put himself on the brink of clinching a Live League title. Double top. And Hall hits it.
On the fourth leg.
And he's almost there. He breaks Gian van Veen in leg 4 and will now throw in leg 5 to claim the crown. Well, I've been talking about it, the fact that Van Veen slows down and takes his time in big moments, but that is what Hall did there. He wasn't expecting Van Veen to miss, but when he did, he stepped back, he turned around.
57.
Composed himself for the moment.
$100.
Gave himself one dart at double, and that is all he needed.
58. $100.
A brace of tons in response from Van Veen, and Hall trying to back up the break has not found a treble in his first 2 turns. Puts that right.
100.
But he's only 15 points clear of Van Veen, who has these darts in hand.
$100.
These consistent 1 treble visits from GVV might be enough for him to get a break back.
44.
Well, it looked like the writing was on the wall, but suddenly
81.
the wet sponge is wiping it away. This wasn't in the script for Graham.
$82.
Looks so solid.
Gian,
all
you require
week.
120.
Just something about playing Gian van Veen that seems to see him break down at times.
56. Graham, you require 160.
But he can put it all right in 3 darts. But it's going all wrong for Graham Hall at the moment.
122.
But he leaves a double.
Gian, you require 64.
And he asks the question. And it will just be the 1 dart. At double 16. His favourite friend on the dartboard. Practice swing. Deep breath. And delivers the double. And how many times has he gone through that routine this week? And how many times has it been effective? And once again it is. Van Veen lands that double 16 to break back. And we have a final on our hands.
Throw first. Game on.
Throwing now to force a deciding leg for the grandstand finish in the money match.
140.
The 5 grandstand finish, if you like.
$121. 41. 140.
Well, it's a much, much better start to this leg than the last one for Graham Hall. Already more than halfway through it after a brace of 2 treble turns.
$60.
But he hasn't left a finish, and Gian can if he hits 105 or better. That's not going to happen.
60.
When his head drops, his shoulders slump, he knows now that Hall will get the opportunity once again.
$60.
We'll still have to wait and watch Gian van Veen, but he can try and put some pressure on. You can see there it's affecting him. I do wonder, you know, if there's a...
59. Graham, you require 120.
A bit of the dreaded dartitis for Van Veen. It's not affecting him
60.
too badly in terms of outcome, but you could see it bothered him there. That double 16 finish bailed him out in the previous leg. He's 46% on that target this week. He's hit it 26 times.
41.
But it might be the last double he hits. It was to win the leg to keep him in the match, but he may not win the match. Graham Hall now taking his time ahead of the big
60.
moment. 60 required. Where does the first dart land? How much of a hindrance will it be? Not bad. 3/4 of the bed to aim at.
Game, shot, and the match.
Graham
Hall
puts his name in the Live League Hall of Fame as Graham Hall takes the weekly title, defeating Gian van Veen in the final. There is the story of the match, how the stats stand at the end of it. And that 73 checkout was big for Hall. The 64 saved Gian van Veen in the match, but Hall all week has looked to cut above the rest, and he takes the title here on Saturday night at the Live League. The first win for him. It's silver for Van Veen, bronze for Scott Williams this week, and we will be back to do it all again next week. So do join us. We've got another 6 days of darting delights live on Sporty Stuff TV. It all gets underway from 9:30 a.m. on Monday. Be there for next week, but this week belongs to Graham Hall.